So, hello everybody. This is what's this game called? I've forgotten the name of the game. Edith Finch. Something to do with Edith Finch. What? Can someone tell me the name of the game on the stream? What is it? The Remains of Edith Finch. A game. Anyway, yes, here we are. Welcome to the stream. It's got really good views, so hopefully it's going to be really good. Right. Oh, that's the menu. Press A, X, B, Y, no, click, no. Oh, right trigger. Oh, right trigger.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Right. So I rewatched the Firewatch stream the other day, and the dialogue definitely needs to be higher. I think we're probably all right with that, actually. Let's go. Sorry, I spent 9 hours on trams and stayed up until midnight last night. Wow, 9 hours? I've got to go. We'll be back about half an hour. No worries. No worries. I'm going to stand up, sorry. I shouldn't have started the stream sitting down, should I? When I have
I lived
no
here
intention
until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Oops. Sorry. Stupid desk. It just takes a while. In real life, right, Nate, or real life trams in real life, or trams on a game? Cheers in the way now. I think that camera slipped, you know. Was it? I don't know. Anyway. Let's go. Real life. 9 hours?
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
That's very random, Nate. Can we take them?
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
No, so Nate's only young. He just really likes trams. Yeah, he's too young for work. He just really likes trams.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I think you get 1.5 minutes of advert. No, 3 minutes of adverts per hour, by the way. That's Twitch for you.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
You know, I'm going to just do something in a minute. We do that. We just do that and keep an eye on the volume for now. Yeah. Dan's a subscriber, so he doesn't have any ads. So, the mother's left a key in the will, she said, didn't she? Is it too dark, or is it alright?
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Ooh. That's amazing.
As a
So they
child,
just-
the house made me
right, okay.
uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Like the Weasley's home.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
I still need to do some work on Twitch and sort things out. Because I've only just got affiliate. I haven't had a chance to do anything yet. Because I spent 8.5 hours live streaming yesterday. No. Oh. Back door. No. Guitaro, hey. Right, I'm just going to change. If I change that, will it change the look sensitivity? Is it a bit dark? It looks a bit dark. Did that pop up, Nate? Oh, I know what's happened there.
I heard something moving around in the garage.
Ooh. Streamlabs sometimes switches off the alerts on Twitch. I don't know why. It just keeps happening. I need to look. I'll have a look.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Let me just check that for you. One sec. I'll just chat to audience while I just check that for you. It just sometimes does that. I don't know why. Alerts. No, that's not what we want. Barbot. What, please? Twitch active. It should have worked. Don't know what that was about, mate. Live screen. Alert box is active as well. Oh. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe, Dan, yeah. Sorry, I don't know what that's about, sorry. Oh, well, you didn't have any points. Okay, sorry, Nate. I'm sorry if you just keep tweaking this, but I want that on. Let's just turn the brightness up a little. I'm always like this at the start of a game because it's hard to get it right with streaming. That's better. Well, it's creepy already, isn't it?
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
I think it's a nice house. Even though it does seem a bit unstable. Will this
But
game
instead
work
of
on
a
my
family,
laptop?
there were just memories of one.
Possibly, Nate. It cost me about £3 on Steam or something. It's on sale.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
There is a lot of wine, isn't there? I didn't even notice that. Dishes piled up.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
Lots and lots and lots of cans of tuna, I think. See, this is visual storytelling, guys. I don't know if you know this, but I did a degree in creative writing before being a therapist. And the best storytelling is always visual. So without anyone even saying anything or really doing anything, you can already tell a lot about the story by what's lying around. That's a sign of good storytelling. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. You can... That's the best storytelling, it's visual.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
There's a phrase in creative writing, show, don't tell. So you want to be showing the story, not telling the story. That's the best storytelling. She gives little bits, but you can gather a lot by just looking around.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Ooh. Mystery box.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
I think her parents have died, Nate, in the story.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
So here's another good storytelling technique. You created mystery there now. So now we want to know what's in that basement because we still can't get in, and she still didn't give her the key to the basement. Oh, wow, that door's a bit severe, isn't it?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Wow. Quite creepy this, isn't it?
After Milton disappeared,
Yeah.
Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
So did they keep the kids locked in the bedrooms then? What?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? I read that. I think I've read that, but I have yet. That's the kid. That's the... Weird.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
This house is amazing apart from like the creepy element.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Yeah, they do, yeah. They're strange.
But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Hey, gerbil poops.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I'm liking this game so far, you know. I love games like this. They're creative and interesting.
I ate a lot of things that night.
I streamed Firewatch last night, Nate. You might like that as well. That was really good. I've just uploaded it to YouTube today. It's too dark to see. Oh, we're looking for food, aren't we? I just realised toothpaste.
I kept eating and eating. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Bad place to look for food, yeah. How'd you get down? Do I just run? No. Gonna jump? No. I can crouch. Ooh. Aha! Ah. Yeah, has that never happened to you, Nate? You go to the window and you turn into a cat? Happens to me all the time.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
How do I get over there?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Weird. Ah. Ha!
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Go on! We're
I gobbled
hungry.
her up.
Ah.
And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh, can fly. Can I go down? Oh, yes! Oh, right, I can.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
We're looking for something bigger than a rabbit.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Well. And giggle. This is so bizarre.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Something there.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
What's happening? Come on.
I grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What? What is that? A tentacle? I think we're supposed to get that bird there.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
What do we do? Oh, I thought I was going to eat it. I think the volume is still slightly too loud on the sound effects. Other than that, I think the rest of it's right, isn't it? I think. Where am I going?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Oh. Okay, we at him. How do we get to him? Oh. I'm controlling this, by the way, just in case you're wondering.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
This is creepy, isn't it?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
The toilet.
I got closer and closer.
Is this her bedroom? It is. Come full circle. Where is she? Well, this is stuff of nightmares. How do we get up? I don't know where we're going. Oh, to the light. Go to the light, of course, yeah.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm confused by that. Slots emojis. I didn't put those emojis in the
I'm
slots
not sure
there,
if
you
I
know.
believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Oh, you go around to the different rooms to find the stories. I think you do, don't you? Let me have a look at something set, guys. Sorry. I'm a bit confused by those slots that you... I'm just going to have a quick check of something. The slots don't make any sense. Right, Cloudbot. Commands. Is it commands? No, timers. What is it? Polls? No. Loyalty. That doesn't make any sense, those slots that you just used there. Oh, there you go, got it. Duel, emote, chat, shoutouts, heist, 8-ball, slots. Right, okay, that is completely reset. Oh, it's because I'm on the... Oh, yeah, okay, guys, I know what the problem is. It's because it's through Twitch. It's... Sorry. Because I need to look at... That's another thing I need to do. My to-do list is growing massive. Do you recommend gambling in real life, Richard? No. Okay, close the book. This is pretty cool, isn't it, anyway? So we must have to find the family members in the rooms or something. Ooh. Is that the way we came in, isn't it? Hmm. That view? You think the parents
I can't
really
describe it, but I felt like some part of
Doesn't matter.
Molly was still here.
What game are you playing? It's called... What? Hang on a minute. Oh, hang on a minute. Right, let me just look at the name. Oh, it's What Remains of Edith Finch. Keep forgetting the name of it. That's what game I'm playing. Like a story game. How'd you get out of here? Hmm. Oh, there's the monster. Oh, I see, yeah. Hmm. Stuck on something.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
Sealed the doors, yeah. Creepy, creepy parents. How'd you get out? Can't find a way out. That book, what was it she had? So we've got a picture of her and Edith, the two, 1937 and 1947. Oh wow. So there's a massive gap between the people. Hmm. Oh yeah, you can't post links, sorry. It will block you. What am I missing here? Oh, there you go. Oh, thank you for the rose.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Yeah, it's okay, Nate. I know what it was. It's all right.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Hey, Jotaro. And Nate.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
I like the way she narrates everything. It makes it easier. I don't like reading loads and loads of stuff on games.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
So basically unpacking the mystery of the family, I assume, by looking around.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Well, that's where I came in, isn't it? VHS tapes, eh? Did someone recommend this
When Edie
game?
told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
So basically, I googled Firewatch and found games that were similar, but the reviews for this were like amazing. So this was like recommended if you played Firewatch. But when I looked on Steam, it was on sale as well, so cool. Mysteries of Death and there. That's like a shrine to the guy, isn't it? So Odin is the guy who built the house, isn't it, I think? Oops.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
That carpet? The level design is absolutely lovely, isn't it? Look at that. It's genuinely quite believable that someone was living here, isn't it?
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Oh, these are like secret passageways, aren't they?
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
This is a dark room. Just loads to look at. Milton. Why is there wires? Why is there... Oh, there's two people in the room, okay.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Alvin.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh, that controls this, yeah. I've got a broken leg, that's not good, is it? Oh, control both legs, okay.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming! But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
He's gonna die here, isn't he? You think? Fall over the edge. He is, isn't he? It's a dangerous place to have a swing, isn't it?
Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
He is?
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Yeah. They're not supposed to be doing, by the way. Oh. Maybe. Can I stop? Let me stop. Maybe not then. Maybe not then. I thought he was going to fly off the edge. I was going to say that's horrendous. Stop. Get me off the swing. He has to do a 360 backflip. Oops. Can I get off? No. Don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do? Do you think it was supposed to? Do we think it was supposed to carry on swinging? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I think I'm supposed to carry on swinging. I think you are supposed to carry on swinging, don't you? The only thing I can control is his legs. That's it. So you do a 360. Yeah, let's just go for it. The only thing I can control is his legs. I assume that's it. Yeah, keep doing that. Thank you, KRZ. We just need to be more efficient in the swinging. I can hear branches breaking though. I wonder if that's part of what's supposed to happen. He's going to launch himself, isn't he? There you go, got it. It's definitely this. You were right.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Wow. Do you reckon all the stories about them escaping?
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Do you reckon it's all about all the kids trying to escape? The last two were kind of like that, weren't they?
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Come on, pull it. Push it, lift it. Got it. This is a very creepy house.
The
But
passages
also
were a
looks
pretty
cool.
tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
How many kids did they get through this? Were they all adopted, do you think? Is it like an orphanage?
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
So much detail and everything. You spend ages just looking at stuff.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Why did they all die?
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Hey, Gojo.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh, sorry. I did this before, didn't
And
I?
as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh, I'm controlling this.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
That scared me.
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
This is a weird story, isn't
Hours
it?
later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Go up the ladder. No. No. Yeah. Can I? No. What's that? I mean, wait, it's the chair. This is very surreal. Roller skate. I'm here. Hello. Welcome to the stream.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless.
It's the remains of Edith Finch. That's in the game name, by the way.
He was quite smashing. And whoever he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Yeah. It's the room I was in before. Oh, it's in the. This is the room I was in before.
She
Gotta be
thought
the window.
about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Oh, might go through there. Go through there.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years.
Thanks for the follow.
Hinges groaned.
Yes. Attack. Roller skates. Off the side.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Elbow drop. When she goes down, it's going to be missing. It's going to be missing when I get down there. You can see it a mile off. Oh, his body's gone. Why is she walking so slow? It's so painful. Oh, he's gone.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
It's going to get her from behind.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
I don't know why, Nate. That's the worst surprise party ever.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous.
Oh, famous.
And
Oh,
with her
that's a bit dark,
final
isn't it?
breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
What on earth?
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
These are shrines to everyone. Has the parents put the shrines in then, do you think? Weird, isn't it? Anything in this room to...
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
That's a clue where to go next. If we're in the right room.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Okay, so that's Barbara's room. The only way we can go up or down, I think. Right. We go up.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
I still don't get why...
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
We kept locked in the rooms for some reason. Try that again. I wonder if they kept turning before I would have got it. I wonder. So it's a more boring version of what that story said basically. Sven.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Can hear somebody. Is that the wind? I think that's the wind, isn't it?
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What? Secret room in the fridge? What?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole house is a passageway. Oh, was he like...
If there's a
end
pattern
of the
in all
world?
these stories...
Are the end of the world preppers, did they call them?
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Nuclear bunker, is it? Just have a look round. Please grab. Fake window. So this is the story of Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Hey, Jaden.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today,
Thank you, Jaden.
I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just
Did you
stopped.
say a monster on the other side of the door even starts to seem friendly? So he must be trapped in there. I don't know the story, by the way, just in case you're wondering.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have
I think
to
you
leave
might be
while I
right,
still
Taro,
can.
yeah. This game is just creating more and
I know
more
it's
and more
out there
mysteries.
somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
Barbara, Molly, Calvin. So he's... Right, okay.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day.
Ah.
Even if it
Cheers.
kills me.
So he was under the bed when Right, okay.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
So her mother was keeping him a secret. And he died when she was 6. But Barbara, Molly and Calvin died. Or when he was young. Is it? 1961? Yeah? 9. He died when he was... No, Molly died before him. Okay, I'll do put that away. This is so weird. That's the radio, isn't it?
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
From what, though? Creating more and more and more mysteries the more we go through it.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
Weird.
I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Yes, even though I finished the game 3 times, I didn't get it. Okay. Seems quite complicated. That's a rubbish pile by the looks of it. Yeah, it is. Ugh.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Main tracks.
Now that there's only one of us left, or
Where's it go
maybe
from?
two,
Can't see where it goes from. Comes from, sorry.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
No worries, Nate. See you, Nate. See you. Might catch you tomorrow, actually. Train track goes around there. That.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Chairs in the trees. Chairs in the trees.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Some. Go this way. Where is the house I've just come from? Up there. I feel like I should go this way.
Though to be honest, I feel
The house
as
is
lost
one
as
big
you
mystery.
probably do right now.
It does feel that way. It is one big mystery, isn't it?
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
It sounds like they were like the parents were running it as like an experiment or something.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yeah. That's just their imagination, though. Do you reckon that's how they cope? Like, pretending to be an animal is how they, like, cope with it. I think.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Hey, Jotaro.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Pet cemetery, that's nice and creepy.
Sven built the house, but it was Edith who designed the cemetery.
Oh, these are the people. So, she was 10. That person was 11. They were adults, weren't they? Yeah. Adult. Teenager.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Hey, Rylan.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
It's 13 to 14. It's 40. 1952 to 2005 is 53, isn't it? Let's see.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Ooh. $52, $57. What? 50? Yeah, something like that. I don't know about the old house. Strange.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Different sides of the family. Oh, it is, isn't
Her
it?
dad had
Let's just look.
been pretty strict, but
Hey,
it
Rylan.
wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do.
Gregory, Sam, and Gus. Gus, Gregory there. Sam. Where's Sam? Oh, there.
Better.
1 year old. 33. 4. 13. Milton Finch.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
She was controlling. So losing her brothers made her controlling. Do you think that's why they were all locked in the rooms and stuff? According to scientists, people who enjoy watching horror films and sleep fine after have a high rate of becoming a psychopath.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my
Fair
mom
enough.
now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Everything. Here we go up there.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
She's pregnant? Oh, this is going to end sad. She's going to fall, isn't she? She's going to fall. If this has a sad ending now, I won't be very happy. We get up there? Oh, there's a ladder.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
The way the levels are decorated, the rooms, is amazing.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Let's look around before I pick up that thing.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Too dark in here. No worries, Rylan. Let's go on that, because that's what obviously we're supposed to do. Click on that. Weird. What?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Taking pictures of here. Make an IF farm. I think someone's already made one, Chitaro.
What?
Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
Couldn't see ya.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
What was supposed to be?
You're right,
What was
Dad.
supposed
It's
to be-
starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
I'm supposed to be taking pictures of. It's quite clever, this, actually. Just can't find anything to actually take a picture of. Right, that bird's gone. Blurry lake picture of the dad.
Nothing quite like being outside.
Oh, is he near me? Where is he?
Oop. A little more gas in the tank, I guess.
Oh.
Hey!
That's
Didn't even see him.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else
Gotta
thought
get
he was
it in
gonna be
focus.
fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Take a picture of everything. Oh, look.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just... Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
That was a weird photograph, that. Oh, that's a bit messed up.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
It's a bit messed up, that.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about-
Dad!
What? He's dead? What?
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
That was a bit messed up. What do we do now? Well, he's dead. Okay. That was weird. Hello, Aiden. That was it. Yeah, it was just out of nowhere. It's like an air conditioning.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Let me just check something then. Is that Dawn's dad then that just died? The next one you do is your favourite story. Okay, cool. That must be Dawn's. Yeah, because that's the family line and the oldest is at bottom. Yeah. So is he Dawn's dad then? Divorce contract. Oh, this is all very sad all the time. Oh no, put it back, my mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Pick it up. What's the game? It's called The Remains of... Why do I keep forgetting the name of the game I'm playing? Edith Finch. No, 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 no. Oh, I want to read it. No, don't put it back again. Oh, God. Pick it up. Right, pick it up. Now. Flip the...
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
What's a discard? Sec. What is my discard? Just good question. I'll talk. I need to have a look at doing some commands for TikTok. That's my discard. Oh, the discard for the game, do you mean? Oh, for the... Oh, I don't know if discard... Did you mean my discard? Anyway, there you go. You got it. I think so. That's my discard, anyway. For the realm? Which realm? My Minecraft realm, are you asking? Sorry. That's my discard to get on... There isn't a round specific. I'm confused. Sorry, Aiden. Oh, I can control a frog. Oh, cool. That's quite cool.
That time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Yeah, that's my Discord server.
Hello?
Which people are in it are in my realm.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Oh, can we collect
I wonder
them?
what he saw.
Oh! Oh, that's quite cool.
But his
I
world
can control it. That's quite cool, isn't it?
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw.
I don't know what's going on here. Can I just judge? Oh.
It sure made him happy.
That's ace, isn't it? How nice is that?
Oh. I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
How good was that little
everything
bit?
you could.
That was cool. I like that. That was quite creative. I love stuff like that. in
Maybe if I
games.
hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
Yeah, if you join my Discord
I don't
server,
want Gregory to hear this.
once I've got to know you a bit, you've interacted with people a bit, and then I let people onto the realm. But I don't just let people on when I've just met them. So we need to kind of engage with people in the Discord a little bit. Can I control that? Oh. Oh.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
That's amazing, isn't it? That's a lovely little bit in the game, that.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
You think he
I'm sure
drowned?
he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too.
You think he drowned?
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
That was ace, that, innit? That's a love. That was really good. That. I love really creative little bits in games like that. I just don't get like that. You don't get that type of thing in like big mainstream games. Do you? Yeah, he's won. Yeah. You just don't get stuff like that in mainstream games, do you? Like, you know, big ones. You always get clever, creative things like that in little indie games. Hang on a minute. It's like a nursery. Have they got lockers here? He drowned, yeah.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers
Go
died.
back. Have I missed something?
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
What's here? Oh, sorry, yeah, you're right.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
I'm controlling this, by the way. What does that say, though? Oh, do you turn the letters around by flying the kite through
My
it?
father made him come, of course,
Yeah.
but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I remember.
Husband and wife. Make it
Oh, this is the wedding, isn't it?
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Gus. It's Gus's story.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
You ever played Sea of Thieves? Yeah. Yes, I have. Yeah. The problem with Sea of Thieves is you need someone to play it with. If you don't really have someone to play it with, it's not as good. I do have it, though. Oh dear.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
I play PC. This is PC, but I've got an Xbox controller plugged into it. Not plugged in, connected to it. I do have an Xbox One as well.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
I'm more of a builder on Minecraft. So I've only beat the Ender Dragon a couple of times. I just build into my thing.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
And you... Alright. Can you actually select the... No. No, never mind. I wasn't paying attention to that. How did he do that? How did he die? How did he die again? I wasn't even paying attention to that. Oops.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Oh, let's go on the pole. Why not? Don't ask me why I did that, because like obviously you're not supposed to go this way. But there was a fire pole, so he just went down it. Why not? This is a very interesting game. Not bad for like £3. Hardly cost anything.
Lewis was born a year later.
Get down there.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
I can't work this house out.
But
It's just in loads of weird layers. Got a weird school on the roof. I don't understand. A bit culty, isn't it?
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Is the end. Oh no, it's going to be a sad ending, isn't it? It's going to be a sad ending, I just know it. If she dies now while she's pregnant, that would be the saddest ending ever.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, it's a flip book. Personal taste, probably, isn't it?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
There is another game made by Giant Sparrow, and it's confirmed that Milton is Prince of that world. Cool. The same developers of this. I literally only found this game today, by the way. I know nothing about it. All I'd seen is the trailer. That's it.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Oh, is she sealing the doors when they die? Is that what's happened? The game's called Unfinished Swan. Cool. Is that what's happening with the doors? Is every time someone dies, does someone in the family seal the bedroom door?
Whatever Milton had found in the
is?
house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Oh, that makes sense. So she's not locking them in there then. Hey Teddy, just finished this game yesterday. Cool. I thought she was locking them in the rooms, but it makes sense she's sealing the doors as like a shrine to people. Or they, whoever's doing it. Did I go up here? I don't think I did it? I'm stuck.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Is there hidden stuff in it? Like when you did it 3 times, did you find new stuff in it, or is it just pretty much the same? Yeah.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis.
He's a hippie. Basically. Louis' story is the best one. Ah. There is one achievement that's really hard to get. Okay.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That
Smells
part
of
of him
weed.
lived on.
The level design, the design is absolutely stunning. There's so much detail and everything. Just makes you want to look at everything and like. It feels like someone genuinely lived there, don't you think? It looks dead real. Just don't get this in like mainstreamed big games. I'd take this over Fortnite any day.
Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery.
How do I... What's going on here?
But he withdrew part of himself.
Ah, got it. I'd
In
hate
our
this job
sessions,
as well.
I saw the same behaviour.
Yeah, I'd hate this job as well. I get it.
His mind began to... wander.
Oh, cool.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small.
You don't just start like the story.
Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved.
If you do Calvin's story on a second playthrough, you get an achievement called Loop the Loop.
Bats. And toads.
Can I go up there? Over there.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. but he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Wow.
I worried about him then.
All the details increasing as you go through it, isn't it?
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Thank you for the follow, Crimson.
He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Thank you, Chris. Oops.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
It's so random.
It became a game for him.
That's cool. Am I controlling that still? Yeah.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh dear.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
The longest story.
handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents for some
sinister
reason.
serpents. He followed the sound of her
Sitar. We'll go sitar.
electric sitar.
Oops. Good. Fingers are
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
He's losing touch with reality, isn't he?
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
He's losing touch with reality, isn't he?
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Ow! His locker?
He began to forget the world we know.
Still not over. It's all right.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Is he going to kill him? What do we do? Oh, to go here.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. Queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Oh dear. Oh no. I know what.
And the rest I think you know.
He's put his
Mrs.
head in a
Finch, your
fish.
son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Oh dear, he put his head in the fish thing. Oh. No, that's just his story.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Oh dear. Anyone asking questions about why everyone in this family keeps dying all the time? Although to be fair, it's over a long period of time, isn't it? Sort of.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Family curse. Ah, right. Yes, that's what the game's about, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
Missing.
But I understand why we left.
Was missing from. Edith and Mum. Is that everybody now, yeah? This is their place then, isn't it?
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Dawn Finch. Disaster relief.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
About to find out, aren't we? You can tell. Building up to it.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Is it her story now?
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Can control it.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Library? We haven't been
Or
in here
that
yet, have we?
Edie had a key to it.
You think? We haven't been in here yet. You said, didn't she say at the start of the game, this is where they thought all the family was buried?
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
Yes,
I
Dan.
think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Mystery of the Finches. The only way in this place is at the end.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you.
This is so good, this game, you know.
For one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
50 yards away. How did you lose your way? just right there.
I got turned around.
What? Hey.
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
I'm waiting now. I wanna...
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
Kick it!
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car and
About to find out then.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Thank you for the follow. Goldie.
The next morning, the
Edith.
band came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
What's happening? We're just getting to the end of the game.
After that, we moved around a lot.
A lot has happened. Too much to explain.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
Too much to explain. Oh wow. Supposed to do.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Oh dear. Oops.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
Oh, the child she's carrying. I've just realised. I was thinking, who's she talking to? It's the child she's got in her belly. Don't be.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Oh, is she gonna die at childbirth?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh, it's a kid. Alright. Yeah. You kind of get that sense, don't you? I don't understand. What was the secret to the curse? Have I missed something? I'm confused. How? You couldn't go in the library. She starts reading that thing in the library. It gets ripped apart. What's the thing that I'm missing? Or did he deliberately not tell you? How odd. Thought they were going to do some big reveal. The book was the curse. The journal. Is that what it meant? Am I being thick? Is it dead obvious and I'm just being really, really dopey? I do that. Do that. That was good, that. The book in the library, right? Yeah, she wrote stories of how they might die. Oh, right, okay. Oh, it's the journal she's writing in. She's writing the journal. Oh, right, okay. Is that obvious? Or am I just being really dopey? Was that obvious? Am I just being really dopey? Or is it because I'm streaming and I'm just half looking at the chat? Right. I might have to play that again, you know, and actually watch it properly. I really kind of like pay attention to it. Yeah. Isn't there a film made? That's why you did it 3 times. So it isn't obvious then. If you had to do it 3 times, right? Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, that was really good, that game. 2 hours taken to do that. It's really good, that. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And are you a speedrunner now? Yeah, I don't think so, Dan. I don't think you could even speedrun that game, to be honest with you. You're very tied into how quickly the walking happens and a very slow walking all the way around it. Anyway, I was almost tempted to go to do another live stream now, but I don't think I will. Maybe. No, I need to go for a run. I'll think about it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm definitely live streaming on Friday on Minecraft. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great evening. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.